Yo, what's good, everybody? If y'all don't know me, my name is Cloud Prime, and today it's going to be a spicy video. Today we're going to be talking about my issues with Koumei. Now, at the time of this recording, Koumei came out like a month and a half ago. She's been out for a while. I did make a video on her before, but it got age restricted, so you know how bad that probably was, and I had to take it down. So this is my re-attempt at it. Now, I will say, if you do get mad really easily about me talking shit about Warframe, I hate to break it to you, my name's not MH Blackie, I'm not Nova Umbra. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things for you, but if you do get triggered really easily, I really suggest you just click off like the video first, and then click off the video. Because if y'all don't know, your boy Cloud Prime, he's actually a collegiate D1 hater. You know what I'm saying? I have multiple collegiate world hating championships under my belt. So, although I will be saying things they could do to fix the game and will fix problems with Koumei and fix everything, I'm mostly gonna be hating because one, it's entertaining, two, it's fun to do, and it's just my profession, you know what I'm saying? Now, getting into it, my problem with Koumei is she's ass, alright? I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's nothing else to say. She's just ass. And now, don't get me wrong, compared to your average everyday fucking Grineer heavy gunner, of course she's a fucking god, but compared to the other gods you can play in this game, she's just ass, okay? Like, let me give you all an example. So let's say I will step into a ring with a fucking toddler, right? I'm beating the shit out of that I'm beating the fucking living shit out of that toddler, am I not? Exactly. But if you put me in a ring with 6'6", 250 pounds, Jamal Jaquavius Johnson Jr. VIII, I'm getting the shit beat out of me, alright? And that's the same thing with Koumei. Obviously, she looks great when you compare it to the fucking average heavy gunner that you're versing in the mission. But if you compare it to literally any other Warframe in the roster, she's ass, okay? And I understand where people are coming from when they say, oh, Koumei's a starter frame, she's one of the beginner Warframes that you can get, so obviously she's not going to be that good. I'm going to just keep it a band, bro. That is utter cope, and I'll explain to you right now. You know who else is a starter frame, a beginner frame? Mag is a beginner frame. Volt is a beginner frame. Excalibur is a beginner frame. But you know what the difference between those three and Koumei is? They're actually fucking good, okay? They're actually good. Now, one thing about Koumei I do like is her unique abilities. On top of having the dice roll, she also has the decrees. It's like the decrees you get from the circuit, except you basically get none of the good ones. The problem with her decrees is her decrees are trash, okay? I'm gonna keep it banned. Her decrees are trash. You don't get any good decrees. Now, is it something where just decrees aren't good? No, because if you look in the circuit, they have amazing decrees in the circuit. They just intentionally give you the bad decrees. Why, though? You know what I'm saying? Why? What do you gain from giving me bad decrees? It doesn't make any sense to me. It really just doesn't make any... It doesn't compute in my brain. It doesn't make any sense. There's no point in giving me bad decrees, okay? And then with the dice roll mechanic, I actually do find it's pretty cool. And I assume that later on down the line, they're going to make an augment for Koumei, like a loaded dice augment, where you're going to automatically roll 666s. But again, rolling 666s is kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? 666, mark of the beast type shit. A little demonic, a little crazy, but I digress. And now that leads me to my next point. And it doesn't even like just apply to War, it applies to any games in general. I feel like when a game releases a new character or anything like that, they should probably be overpowered off rip. Like, so just think of it in this way: if the character is overpowered off rip, that draws eyes to the character, right? It makes people want to play the character more. So, because everyone's like, oh my god, the character is so overpowered. There's gonna be a bunch of videos on how it's being so overpowered, how it's being abused, and all that stuff, right? It's gonna draw more eyes to the character, make more people want to get the character, make more people want to play and all that, make more people invest into the character. So once you do that, it builds the character like a nice little fan base. Like, you know how there's a bunch of Wukong mains, even though I fucking hate Wukong? Yeah, so it's same thing with that. So, like, So once you build that nice fan base or anything like that, you could then nerf the character, and the fan base is still going to be there because there's still interest in the character even if you've nerfed it, just as long as you haven't nerfed him to the ground. But Warframe isn't like that. You're not nerfing anything to the ground in Warframe because everything's still overpowered. So then when you nerf it and make it more balanced to the other characters, there's still going to be a dedicated fan base. But when you introduce a Warframe that is very underwhelming compared to the rest of the roster, no one's gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I personally hate Koumei. That's why you haven't seen the build video for Koumei, because I'm not gonna make one, because I don't like playing Koumei. It's the same reason you're not gonna see one for Inaros, because I refuse to play Inaros. He's just that boring. So, when you release a character that's underpowered, obviously it's still gonna be eyes on the frame, because it's a new frame, but once people realize she's either trash or she's boring, no one's gonna play her, no one's gonna main her. Like, tell me, are there any Koumei mains right now? Do you go talk to your friends that play the game, ask them if they're a Koumei main? There's a 100% chance they're gonna say no. But if they do say yes, they're either lying to you, or they probably just press auto install on all their builds. There's no in between. Now if they do press auto install on all their builds, you know, send them my way, I'll get them right. But there are a lot of people still, like there's like half the community still that says Koumei is good. It's mainly YouTubers and then their echo chamber of a fan base that can't think for themselves properly and just listens to whatever they say. And if you're one of those people, here's what I want you to do, alright? So first thing I want you to do is I want you to wipe your chin, because there's probably a lot of stuff on there, isn't there? I know there is. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to zip it up when you're done, okay? Zip it up when you're done. And the third thing I want you to do is just think, alright? Think for yourself for a second. Tell me what the incentive on playing Koumei is in comparison to literally any other frame. If I want high damage, I can go Baruch. If I want more kills per minute, I can go Saren. If I want a good status frame, I can go for Runa. There's no incentive whatsoever to play Koumei. I guess maybe the decrees, but again, we've already touched on it. The decrees are ass. What exactly is the incentive of playing Koumei? The little dice mechanic is cool, but is it really worth just ruining your entire gameplay just to have some dice? If you want dice, you might as well go play D&D or something like that. It's pretty simple. Now, please tell me. I would love to know. Go in the comments right now and please tell me what the incentive to play Koumei is, because I'm really at a loss. I have no idea. Now, apart from that, you know, just Koumei is just really kind of boring compared to all the other high octane frames like Varuna, Sevagoth, Goss. Like, with those characters, you know, there's always something you gotta pay attention to. You know, you gotta pay attention to your energy, you gotta pay attention to your ability duration, your health. There's always something you gotta pay attention to, something you always have to do to maintain that DPS, which makes the game more interactive, makes the game more fun. With Koumei, there's just really none of that. She's just kind of lacking in pretty much all aspects, not even just that aspect, with damage on top of that. She doesn't do damage, okay? I'm gonna be honest, she doesn't do damage, which is crazy, because even Jade does damage and she's a support character. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know, man. It's something, and I think it needs to be fixed. Now, as to how to fix it, I couldn't really tell you. I'm not a game developer, but there's definitely things that can be done to fix this situation that we're in right now, and I really hope it does get done. And the augment I suggested would be a good way to get it done. One good way to get it done. But there's definitely more options than that, and they're probably going to go through with those options anyways. Eventually, Koumei is going to get fixed, because same thing happened with Ureli on release. Ureli was very underwhelming on release, and the community let the EE know that she was very underwhelming on release, and eventually she got fixed. Okay? And again, this leads to my point I made before. She was very underwhelming on release, and then she got fixed. My opinion on Ureli still hasn't changed. I still hate Ureli, just because how underwhelming she was on release. I might change my opinion later on just by playing her, but I really don't like Ureli. And that probably won't change. I'm a very stubborn person. But if they made characters more overpowered on release, it wouldn't be that way. Like Verona was amazing on release. Sevagoth was pretty cool. He was a cool character on release. He was not as broken as he is now, but he was cool on release. You know what I'm saying? It just makes the game better that way. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But yeah, that's my take on Koumei. If you like the video, like. If you don't like the video, sucks for you. I don't know why you're here at the end of the video then. But still like, because you made it to the end of the video. And subscribe too. See y'all next time. Deuces.